I'm starting the broadcast right now, and I can cut the front part of the video. So
You want to go
it's online
because it's really loud wherever you are, so that you can turn your audio off.
Yeah, sure.
So I think he went on mute. Do you want to introduce us? Or?
Do we have to introduce ourselves?
That's what we were asking about. Do you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah.
So if you just start,
can mute the microphone after introducing ourselves.
Yeah. All right.
Okay. All right.
Which group number are we?
We're
4 or 6.
6.
Yeah, group 6, team 6. Either it's fine.
All right, are we doing this?
Yep.
All right.
我记得我们那时候都卡在这一题。
Evan, I don't know where you are, but it's really loud.
All right, let me change your place.
You know what, guys? I think Adrian and Kevin, other Kevin, you guys are good. Just introduce us as Team 6.
Okay.
Let's just meet.
Adrian,
All right.
do you want to start off by introducing everybody?
Yeah, Kevin, and also you have to adjust your microphone again.
Okay. I'm going on mute. Other Kevin is adjusting the microphone, and then we'll just be group 6. Okay. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Kevin, you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready when you are.
All right. This is Team 6, and we're discussing the attrition data that was provided for FabCore. As you can see from our Excel spreadsheet, that we added a few columns at the end, including defining the age groups in a 1 to 4 numbering system so that we could incorporate those into the home life calculations to get an average rating, weighted average rating for those numbers, as well as figuring out the hours worked with the monthly income divided by the daily rate, and just some other weighted averages that included job satisfaction and average environment, so that we could incorporate those into our data visualizations.
And we used a macro, as you can see, to define the age groups, basing them off of the ages of less than 30 is 1, less than 40 and greater than 30 is 2, less than 40 and greater than 30 is 3, and older than 50 years old is group 4. We took this information and using Tableau, we were able to create some charts that we could use to describe the data and see where the attrition was coming from. And use in the top chart from department/job role, you'll see that it's broken up with the attrition of employees in their specific roles, and in blue, you'll have the employees that did not leave, and in orange, you'll see the employees that did leave. You can see that in lower positions, you can see higher attrition rates, like a sales representative or a laboratory technician, a research scientist. There's a higher attrition rate between the employees. And this can also be correlated into the income of the employees, where you have lower average monthly incomes. You can typically see higher attrition rates within them. And there are very few employees that are marking at that very high, close to $20,000 a month income that are leaving the company. Whereas here, the average employee that stays has an average monthly income of about $6,833, making a very strong livable wage. And we wanted to compare it with the marriage status. We think that employees that are not married can have less responsibilities and are able to move around, and that directly was correlated into the singles having a much higher percentage of leaving the company rather than married employees with 84 and 589, and very few divorced employees leaving. We really consider that the single employees they probably don't have kids, they don't have a spouse that they need to worry about financially, and they can make a bigger change within their livelihood. And our second dashboard, you'll see the job, home, and satisfaction chart. And this is showing the average age group and the attrition and whether they left the company or not. So on the right side, you'll see that they did leave the company. On the left side, you'll see that they didn't. And you'll typically see that there is younger employees that are leaving the company with higher attrition rates, whereas they're not leaving over here. You can also see with the number of hours worked per month that employees that are not working as many hours a month are typically leaving the company more, with 72.52 hours, 93.17, 77.74. Now, these are the averages of the employees within them. You can also see, whereas company employees that did not leave are typically working longer weeks, longer months, much more hours. You can also see from this chart that the home life and the job satisfaction are typically lower among the employees that are leaving, which leads us to believe that that plays a huge role in whether an employee will decide to leave, or if they're fired, if they're going to work as hard, and if they're going to earn their keep truly. So employees that are working more hours, that are higher satisfied, are typically going to be staying within the company. And in the dashboard, or in the diagram that we have below, this is a chart that shows all of the employees' ages and groups, and from each age, which employees are leaving and which employees are staying. Again, as before, the employees that stayed are in blue and the employees that left are in orange. And you're typically seeing that younger employees, as in you saw in the chart above, younger employees are typically leaving the company earlier. And that could be based off of more opportunities that they have. Just got into the workforce and they're realizing that this might not be the career path for them. But from higher employees, you're not going to see as much movement from them.
Are we good?
Yeah,
Yeah, I think so. Good job, Kevin, Adrian.
All right. So
Is the paper part, are we good there, or do we need to finish that?
the paper part.
The 2-page group
Yeah,
paper?
I saw someone write it, right? Somebody wrote it.
Is it long enough? Or it just needs
Yeah.
to be in 2 pages? I don't know his rule on that one.
Yeah, I think within 2 pages. I've talked to other groups and they're doing like a page and a half, 2
Okay.
pages. I think we're good.
Okay, cool.
I think, Adrian, you did your part already. I'm almost done with mine. So Kevin and Wen-Kai, if you can add yours by like Saturday night, we should do that.
Yeah, I'm planning on working on it tomorrow.
Okay, cool.
And I'll definitely have it by Saturday. I've just been pretty busy with all the classes.
No, yeah, I totally understand that. So Wen-Kai, can we make sure that we like got it this time before we all go our separate ways? Is there any way we can kind of check it right now in real time?
Well, sorry, I can't hear you. You mean check what?
Check the video, like make sure the sound.
Yes, but right now I'm going to stop broadcast. Then I can check after stopping that. And
yeah, let's do that. Well,
yeah, probably. Can you give me like 5 minutes and don't leave the computer? And once I find it's okay, I will send you all email.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah. Does that work with everyone?
Yep.
Okay. Awesome.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay, sure. Thanks.